You're listening to the Urban Sports Scene with Wole and Ray, part of Empire Media, empiremedia.com. Wole, this is yet another opportunity. It's one of the rare opportunities, but it is an opportunity that I have where I can say our guest really needs no introduction. That doesn't happen often. You already know what it is. As he was the second overall pick in the 1991 NBA draft out of Georgia Tech that preceded a successful 15-year NBA career. During his hoops journey, he amassed numerous accolades, including Gatorade National Player of the Year, Mr. Basketball, ACC Rookie of the Year, All-American, and NBA All-Star. He now looks to translate that success as a player to his coaching career as he is currently tasked with the job of being head men's basketball coach at Fisk University. Welcome to the Urban Sports Scene and HBCU Corner, Coach Kenny Anderson. What's good, Coach?
Everything is great, man. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's great to have you. Yeah, we appreciate you being on. So, Coach, where a lot of folks may not be, they might not know a lot about Fisk University. Yeah. Can you tell our listeners about the university?
It's 1866, man. One of the founders. Down in Nashville, Tennessee, HBCU. It's huge, man. I'm learning a lot about the historic, Fisk University. As we speak, I'm learning daily about it. About the blacks, and it just was crazy, man. When they was growing up here in Nashville, Tennessee, it was just. I don't really want to get into it, stuff I'm learning about it. It's real hard, man. It's real hard with the blacks and whites. It's real difficult to even discuss it.
Wow.
But I'm here to coach the team. It's a great academic school. Great, one of the best HBCUs in America. But they're trying to bring up the athletic program, the volleyball, the basketball. Now we got the first gymnast team in the Tennessee area, HBCU. And it's great being here. It's great being here. And I love coaching these young men.
Well, sweet. Well, Coach, I just want to mention that my first radio interview years ago was actually with you. You won't remember it, but you came on with Mike Knox to talk about cigar smoking, man, back then. I don't know if you're still on that, but it's just amazing that you're here now at Fisk University, and I'm sure it's been a blessed experience just for you personally.
Yeah, it's definitely been a blessing. I went to Division I school, Georgia Tech. Everything was, given us, it's just difficult here. But I'm in the process of raising money for the school and doing right by my team and the athletic program in general, and that's what I'm planning on doing. And I've been here for 4 years, but the third year was, with the COVID went on, they canceled the season. So I've been here 3 years. So I'm real excited about our team this year. So, just we'll see what happens, but I got to still, work on me in the process. And I'm working on those young men as we get started.
I feel you. So, Coach, I do have a question. So you mentioned, you went to Georgia Tech.
Yes.
A great career in Georgia Tech.
Yes.
So in terms of the environment, like we'll forget all the money and whatever, the environment, campus environment, what's the difference between an HBCU environment and going to Georgia Tech?
So just black and white, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna call it, I'm gonna call how I see it. It's HBCU. I never experienced it. Our homecoming game against Morris this year was real packed houses. It's crazy. The dancing, it's just awesome. But then our games, at Georgia Tech was real different, just sitting around basketball. We had the Lethal Weapon 3, myself, Dennis Scott, Brian Oliver. It was just awesome. We had everything, everything. So I'm just trying to give my team, love, basically love, that I care about them. It's more than basketball with me. It's about, what after basketball, how can I help these young men, provide for their lives?
Well, shout out to Dennis Scott. He's from the DMV. We do this show from the DMV, from the DC area. And also speaking of the DMV, we actually had a special called a series called the DMV Ballers Series, which featured we had interviewed folks like Monty Williams, Walt Williams, and all of them mentioned you about your back in the day in high school, how like you was this mythical legend, right? They all mentioned you, man.
Yeah.
And do you remember playing in like the DC Capitol Classic back in the day?
Yeah, I remember playing with against Kurt Smith.
Kurt Smith, exactly.
Y'all got some awesome talent. You know, Walt Williams played at Maryland. I really respected Walt, you know, because he didn't go nowhere where they was under probation. He stayed and really balled out.
Yeah.
You know, he gave Maryland that second win that they needed under Gary Williams. And they just awesome players, man.
Also, I'm gonna say this for my age. You know, I used to play video games back in the day. Everybody know about NBA Jams. Was anybody seeing you in DC? Was anybody seeing y'all too?
DC wasn't seeing me, man. DC wasn't. I'm a New Yorker. You know how it is. We don't give no credit.
No, I'm Derek Coleman. I'm talking about Derek Coleman. Oh, Derek Coleman gets no credit?
Nah. All the players get credit, but New York is really hard ballers. You know what I'm saying? You saw point guards.
There it is.
Your man, Kevin Durant, who's from that area, his production company did it, and he did a great job.
I ain't got to ask now. Wole, he already went there.
He already dropped it.
I'm going to ask you about that. It's amazing how that happens on this show. Perfect.
Yeah, it really was. You know, I'm glad someone thought about the idea to do it. You know, to really capture the New York point guards. You know, it's so many guys that didn't make it that was pissed off after they saw it, but you can't win for losing, man. That's life.
Hey, we had that. Hey, coach. That the same thing happened with the PG documentary. The same thing happened with Kevin Durant. So many people so upset that they weren't on that initial documentary. Yeah. So it's wild. You can't make everybody happy. You're right. You can't.
No, just calls for part two. Just calls for part two, though. Mark Jackson, that's one of my favorites from there, though. We've been talking about that for weeks, but we can move forward, though. Go ahead, Wole. You got it, brother.
All right. So, I mean, you mentioned, like, really, basically, this is going to be your third year, you know, at Fisk College, Fisk University, excuse me. So what are some of your goals for the upcoming season?
So I'm just trying to change the culture. Basically, the culture, the winning culture, change their attitudes, you know, about the game of basketball, but also a game of life. You know, I'm dealing with a lot of 20, 21, 22-year-old guys, and you know, who but me? I can change it. You know, I can give them information. At 51, I played on every level and was successful at it. But also, I had my demons also. So, you know, I know how the game goes, and I can help them, with their whole career. And that's what I'm trying to do. Just give back. Just give back.
I mean, like I mentioned before, to me, like in my era, you were one of the best point guards in basketball in the NBA. I'm not just saying it because you're on the show. It's a fact.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're coaching kids, and you know, like you said, you've done it before. You've done it at the highest level in all phases of basketball, right? Yeah. High school, college, the NBA. In terms of your players, are they valuing that resource? You know what I mean? Because you are like, especially your point guards, are they valuing you as that resource?
Now I think they are. You know, after 3 years, because you know their mothers and fathers know.
Yeah.
But they didn't know. They know now. They're like, wow, okay. So they ask me a lot of questions, you know, about the game, you know, about life, and I'm real. So I try to give them, you know, the realness, you know, about basketball, about life, about anything, you know. And you know, it's been great. I love it here. And my daughter is a senior here at Fisk University, so she loves it too. She's getting the real spiel of HBCU, and that's a blessing.
Love it. I love it. Are you teaching them point guards not to carry? You teaching them how to really show their path, right? Are you? I mean, because they all want to be like James Harden. They always want to travel. They all want to travel.
I'm trying to teach them the Allen Iverson.
No. I know that's right. So Coach, also, how is the recruiting process going for you? And if anything, you want to highlight some players?
Yeah, you know, Tyron, I recruited him. You know, he's a great player. He's from Ohio, and I recruited first year. This is the first year my team is with me now, so I'm excited about that. But he's legit, you know, player. Then I have Ethan. You know, Ethan played with last year, one of the top in the conference. Jamon, you know, he was the freshman of the year in the conference. So I'm building. So I think this year we're going to be very good. be very good.
What's interesting about your experience is, like you said, you're new to an HBCU relatively, and you're being educated. You're growing in this experience. So I'm wondering, how long do you think it's going to take before you can just translate your growth in this experience to your players who will be coming to an HBCU?
I think I did it already. I just got to keep giving it off. Keep, keep being real. And I'm real, and I know where I came from. How can I help them grow as human beings? That's the main thing. And that's why I love my job. I love it. Not so much the wins and losses. We'll get there. We'll get there. But I got to be real with them and be honest and upfront. And, and that's what I'm trying to, but I think I got most of my guys, you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in yourself. Once you believe in yourself, sky's the limit. You work extremely hard in school, classroom, and then on the court, and then you can go places. You can go places.
So Coach, how difficult, you mentioned, you came in during like the COVID era. How difficult has it been like to recruit and just the whole recruiting process during the COVID era?
Well, the COVID era was crazy. We had a season, but no, it was just nuts. Last year it was tough. But I had the guys that worked extremely hard for me. And it was just difficult in the COVID area, COVID years. But right now, I think it's changing now, and we got to get it together. And we got a new AD, so we'll see. It's going up here at Fisk. Going up.
I know, it definitely seems. Like I said,
be patient. You got to be in anything in life. You got to be patient.
Well, I mean, I think it's going to happen for you. I mean, like I said, you're a great resource, and especially in the days of basketball, where it's guard oriented now. Back in the day, it used to be bigs oriented. Now it's guard oriented. So if those kids are willing to listen to a dude that has done it in all levels, they should. Then they'll be all right. They'll be all right.
Yeah, man. I love it, man. We'll get it together. I love it. I love the administration. They're helping somewhat, and I just got to keep grinding. I got to keep grinding. It's something new to me. Keep grinding. It's new to me.
Oh, it comes so easy? Because it comes so easy, right? As a hooper?
Yeah, my life was easy. So now it's difficult now with the sponsorship, the certain games we get to travel and to see. They got to see different life experiences. And that's what I'm trying to give these guys.
Well, I do have one more question before I let you go. You mentioned some of your great teammates for evening in college. Do you ever have them try to come down and talk to some of your kids?
Yes. Dennis Scott came down, Brian Oliver, Malcolm Mackey from Georgia Tech. All those guys came down. Kenny Smith is coming next year to speak.
Awesome.
I'm trying to do that yearly. Different guys sending out practice. Derek Coleman, we talk, he said he's going to come down for the weekend, watch a game, talk to my kids, watch practice. So they need that. And that's what I'm trying to do. I know so many people, but so many people, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Some people say they're going to come and never come.
I get it.
That's just life. That's just life.
Yeah, we understand. We know that. We know that ourselves. We
hey, I just want to say though, I don't know how heavy you are in these social media streets, but HBCU basketball coverage, HBCU sports coverage is huge right now. No matter what division or level you at.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I try to preach. It doesn't matter whatever level you at. Just be the best at it, and then somebody's gonna come and find you, regardless.
Yes.
It's different. It's different when I played, but now they look at scouts. I got 2 young men, going overseas that played for me last year. So I'm just trying to help any way possible.
Definitely. Well, Coach, thanks for being on. We appreciate you. Is there anything you'd like to add?
No, man, I just wish, I just want everybody to watch the growth of Fisk University, watch us play. And basically that's it. We're up and coming. We're up and coming.
Love it. Hey, thanks for being on HBCU Corner with the Urban Sports thing. We appreciate it.
My man. Thanks, man.
No problem.